Welcome to a nutritious dish in a matter of minutes. I'm Jennifer Wood, your local dietitian on wheels. I'm here today at Winona Volunteer Services to talk to you about rhubarb. Rhubarb is a leafy, red-stalked spring vegetable that is now ripe for the picking here in Minnesota. The rhubarb plant is popular in regions of Europe and North America and is often known as the pie plant, since its sweet, tart flavor is perfect for baking. The stalks are great in sauces, jams, and syrup, or baked into muffins, breads, and of course pie. Rhubarb is an easy-to-grow perennial that will provide for many years once planted. You can harvest rhubarb once the stalks reach 12 to 18 inches tall on the second year after planting. To harvest, simply grab the base of the stalk, then pull. I always cut the leaves off right at the patch with the kitchen scissors. You don't want to eat the leaves because they're bitter and can make you sick. Whether you're picking rhubarb from a patch in your yard or from the market shelves, look for firm, crisp stalks. The ones with the most red are said to be the sweetest, but rhubarb varieties do differ as to how red the stalks get. To store rhubarb, wrap it tightly in plastic wrap or in a Ziploc bag and place it in the refrigerator where it will keep from 1 to 2 weeks. It's best not to wash it until you're ready to use it. So are you ready to try rhubarb? Why not try one of my favorite spring recipes called Simplified Strawberry Rhubarb Crisp? To make this recipe, you will need 4 to 5 cups of chopped rhubarb, 2 16-ounce packages of frozen sweetened and sliced strawberries that have been thawed, 1/4 cup of quick cooking tapioca such as this minute tapioca, and then for the crisp topping mix you'll need 2 cups of old-fashioned oats, 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, but you can lessen this if you don't want it so sweet, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1 stick of butter that's been softened. First, you'll want to preheat the oven to 350 degrees and then lightly oil a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. Set it aside, and then in a large bowl you'll want to thoroughly combine the rhubarb, the strawberries, and the tapioca. Then you'll want to pour this into your prepared pan and spread it out evenly. Next, you'll want to make the crisp topping mix by adding together the oats, the sugar, the flour, and the cinnamon. Once you have that thoroughly mixed, you'll want to cut in the butter that's been softened. Now I have to admit that when I'm in a hurry at home, that sometimes I just go ahead and melt the butter and pour it in. And that works pretty good too. At least I've never had anybody complain when I feed them my strawberry rhubarb crisp that they're not happy with it. So once you have this thoroughly combined, then you'll just sprinkle it over the top of the strawberry mixture. But I did want to say, one of the tips that I do at home is when I'm measuring out my topping mixes, I always make an extra batch and just put it inside a Ziploc bag so that next time that I have rhubarb ready to pick, I can easily make another strawberry rhubarb crisp without as much work. You mix everything together except for the butter in a Ziploc bag. So now that we have this all mixed, then we just sprinkle it out on top of the strawberry mixture. Once it's sprinkled out there and nice and even, then we'll place it in the oven and bake it for about 45 minutes. And there you have it, a nutritious dish in a matter of minutes. Finally, a shout out to Lanesboro, the rhubarb capital of Minnesota. Why not visit this quaint little town for their 10th annual Rhubarb Festival on June 7th?